Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Bluetooth mode. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hey Johan, welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, you get awake here pretty early there, Lance. Alright, share story. This story. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Just letting a few people know that we're live here. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Here we are. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, good morning, everybody. Or evening here. Got up a little early. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Yeah. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Keep up with everybody around the globe. That's great. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gora Bhaktavinda Jesus Srila Prabhupada Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gora Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna. Do you make a stream? What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about. We're chanting here, aren't we? It's very surprising. Well, just woke up early. Happens. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Do you make a StreamYard? Yeah, this is StreamYard. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari. If you want any more clarity, I got to understand what you're asking. Otherwise, I don't know what you're asking. Yeah, this is StreamYard. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. She means, are you going to invite her? Oh, I don't know. I have to kind of focus right now. I just feel like kind of burdened, by certain things and certain disciples. And, it makes it really hard for me to chant. So I don't know, Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Oh God. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Yeah, I'll put the links up here. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Here we go. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Okay, here's the link here. Whoever wants to come on can. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. There you go. There's the link. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Hey there. Welcome. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. So whoever else wants to come on can come on. Krishna, get up
Come
to
on,
10 people.
Shama.
Come on, Shama, get up here. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari Hari
You
Ram.
asked for it, now you come.
You asked for it. You asked for it. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram.
Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama.
Rama,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama, Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna, Hari Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama,
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 Ram,
Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna.
Krishna,
Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Ram,
Hari. There
Hare
she
Hare,
is.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna, Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari
Rama,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna, Hari Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna. All right, we got a yoga session here. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram. Krishna, Krishna, you got to do
Krishna,
something.
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, Rama, Hari Hari Hari
Rama,
Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari Ram, Hari Rama. Rama,
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 Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna. Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Ram, Hari Rama.
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna,
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Rama.
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hari
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna,
Hare,
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, Hari Rama.
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hari
Hare,
Hari Hari Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari Hari
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Ram.
Rama,
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 Rama, Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna,
Hare,
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari Ram,
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Ram.
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hari
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Ram, Hari
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare
Rama,
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 Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Hari
Rama,
Ram, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Ram,
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Rama. Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare Krishna
Hari 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 Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hari Hari Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hari
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Rama Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare. Morning
Rama,
then.
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama,
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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama.
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Jai Jai
Krishna,
Shri
Krishna.
Hari Ram. Jai Jai Shila Gaura Harida. Jai Jai Shila Gaura Harida.
Hare Rama, Hare
Jai Jai
Rama,
Jai
Rama Rama,
Shila
Hare Hare,
Gaura
Hare Krishna,
Harida.
Hare Krishna,
Jai Jai
Krishna
Jai
Krishna, Hare
Shila
Hare, Hare Rama,
Gaura
Hare
Harida.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Jai
Hare
Jai Jai Shila Gaura Harida.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Jai
Hare
Jai
Krishna,
Jai
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Shila
Hare,
Hare
Gaura
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Shila
Hare Hare Krishna,
Gaura
Hare
Harida.
Krishna.
All glories to Shila Gaura Harida. Shila Gaura Haridas. Shila Gaura Haridas. Jai 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 Shila Gaura Haridas. Shila
Hare
Gaura
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
all glories to Shila Gaura Haridas. Shila Gaura Haridas. Shila Gaura
Hare Krishna,
Haridas. Shila
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
all
Hare, Hare
glories to
Rama, Hare
Shila
Rama,
Gaura Haridas.
Rama Rama,
Shila Gaura Haridas.
Hare
Jai Jai Shila Gaura Haridas. Shila Gaura
Hare
Haridas.
Krishna, Hare
All
Krishna,
glories to Shila Gaura
Krishna Krishna,
Haridas.
Hare Hare,
Shila
Hare
Gaura
Rama, Hare
Haridas.
Rama, Rama
All
Rama, Hare
glories to Shila
Hare Krishna,
Gaura
Hare Krishna,
Haridas.
Krishna Krishna,
Gaura Haridas.
Hare
Jai
Rama, Hare
Jai
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Haridas.
Krishna, Hare
Shila
Krishna,
Gaura
Krishna Krishna,
Haridas. Shila Gaura
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Shila
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
all
Hare, Hare
glories
Krishna,
to
Hare
Shila
Krishna,
Gaura
Hare
Haridas.
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Shila
Hare
Rama,
Gaura
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Haridas.
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Shila
Hare
Krishna,
Gaura
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Haridas.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
All
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
glories
Hare,
to
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Shila
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Gaura
Krishna
Rama
Haridas.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Shila
Krishna, Hare
Gaura
Krishna,
Haridas.
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Shila
Hare
Krishna,
Gaura
Krishna,
Krishna
Haridas.
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Shila
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Shila Gaura
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Haridas.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Shila
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Gaura
Hare
Rama
Haridas.
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
All
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
glories to
Hare
Krishna,
Shila
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Gaura
Krishna
Haridas.
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Jai
Hare,
Rama,
Jai
Hare
Hare
Jai
Rama,
Rama,
Shila
Rama
Gaura
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Haridas.
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Shila
Krishna,
Gaura
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Haridas.
Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Jai Jai Shila
Krishna Krishna,
Gaura
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Shila
Hare, Hare
Gaura
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
All
Krishna Krishna,
glories
Hare
to
Hare, Hare
Shila
Rama,
Haridas.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Shila
Krishna, Hare
Gaura
Krishna,
Haridas.
Krishna Krishna,
Jai
Hare Hare, Hare
Jai
Rama, Hare
Shila
Rama,
Gaura
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shila
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Shila
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Govinda,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama.
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama.
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Rama Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
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 Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari Rama, Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hari 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 Rama,
Hare
Hari Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hari 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 Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Rama, Hari Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Rama, Hari Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari
Hare
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama Rama, Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hari Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama
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 Rama,
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama, Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Rama, Hari
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hari Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare 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 Rama
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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari 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 Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hari
Rama
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Hari Hari
Hare,
Hari
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
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 Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
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 Hari
Hare,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare,
Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
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 Rama, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hare,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
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 Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna,
Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Hare,
Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Rama,
Krishna Hari Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Rama,
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari Hari Hari
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare,
Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama
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 Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Rama,
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
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 Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
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 Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare 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 Rama
Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare,
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare,
Rama 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hari Hari Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, bless you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hari
Rama,
Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Rama Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Rama,
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hari Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Rama
Hare Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare 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 Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram,
Rama Rama Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Ram
Rama Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare,
Hare Rama
Ram Hare Ram,
Rama Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
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 Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 she is
Krishna Hare
good.
Hare
Welcome. Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
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 Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Rama Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Hare Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Rama.
Hari Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Rama
Ram
Hare Rama.
Rama
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna. Krishna
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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Rama
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 Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama.
Krishna
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
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 Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna. Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Hari
Rama.
Hari Rama Hari
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama.
Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
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 Rama Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama.
Hari Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna. Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare.
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama Hare Rama
Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram Ram Ram
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Ram
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare Rama,
Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hari Hari Hari
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Rama Ram Ram
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Ram Hari
Hare
Ram Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hari 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 Ram
Hare
Hari
Rama
Ram
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari Ram Hari Ram Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram
Rama,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Ram Hari Ram
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram Rama
Rama
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari Ram Hari
Hare
Ram Rama Hari Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari Ram Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram Rama
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 Hari Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari Ram Hari Ram Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hari Hari Hari Rama Hare
Rama
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 Hari
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
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 Hari Hari
Hari Hari Hari Rama Hare
Rama
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 Hari
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
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 Hari Hari Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hari Hari
Hari
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hari Hari Hari
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna
Hari
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare 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 Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Rama
Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Krishna
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 Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Rama
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
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 Rama Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama Shri
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya Shri
Chaitanya Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
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 Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri
Shri Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya Shri
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri
Shri Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Divine Fontaine.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Lord,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar. Shivasari.
Gauravakta Vrinda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Prabhu
Krishna Chaitanya.
Nityananda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Sri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya.
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda. 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 Jesus. Jesus. Jesus.
Jesus.
Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya. Sri
Chaitanya.
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. Sri
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda. Shri Advaita. Shri Advaita. Advaita. Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Sri Krishna Sri
Shri
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya.
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri
Shri
Krishna
Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. Sri Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram. Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hari Hari Hari Rama Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Rama.
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hari Hari Rama.
Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Krishna
Rama
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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya Shri
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Sri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yes. So, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adi Lila. I don't know what chapter it is. But anyway, it's a pastime. Let's see, back here. Mm. Oh boy. Okay. The students were all amazed by Nimai's original arguments, as well as the arguments he used to defeat himself. So no one dared to say anything. All right, he said, I have to establish now the new argument which defeats the other two. Sri Gaurasundar gave his new explanation that was as beautiful and poetic as the first two. The students were all truly impressed and embraced Nimai sincerely. The students said, go home today, but come back tomorrow and we will have fresh questions for you. Playing the part of a student, enwrapped in learning, Nimai, the lord of Vaikuntha, frolicked in the water of the Jahnavi Ganga. Nimai's erudition was so profound that in the presence of the other students of Navadvip, he looked like Brihaspati himself, surrounded by his disciples. While performing his daily water sports, Nimai and his friends occasionally swam across the river to the far bank. Gotta go somewhere else here. So one day, when Nimai was going to bathe in the Ganga, he asked his mother for oil, amalaki, and other ingredients. I want to bathe in the Ganga and offer her worship, he said. So please give me a nice garland and aromatic sandalwood for this purpose. Please wait a few minutes, my dear son, and said Mother Sachi, I will have to go and get a garland. I will have to go and get a garland. Nimai went into a fit of rage like Lord Rudra when he heard those words. I am going to get. You want to go now to bring a garland, he raged as he stormed into the house. In a fury, he smashed all the pots of Ganga water. With a stick, he smashed every pot and container he could find. As the supreme independent lord, he did whatever he pleased. Husked rice, cotton, grains, and salt. from broken vessels ran into rivulets created by spilled oil, ghee, and milk. Sachimata waved dried foodstuffs in cloth bags that hung from the ceiling, but Nimai pulled down every bag. He scattered their contents and went, and in a rage, he even tore up the cloth bags. I'm going to find something else. Let's try this here. What is this? Oh. Oh, I see what that is. Okay. Chapter 4 in Adi Lila. Confidential reasons for the Lord's appearance. And I'll go to verse. Text number 43. Each kind of devotee feels that his sentiment is the most excellent, and thus in that mood he tastes great happiness with Lord Krishna. But if we compare the sentiments in an impartial mood, we find the conjugal sentiment is superior to all others in sweetness. Increasing love is experienced in various tastes, one above another. But that love which has the highest taste in gradual succession of desire manifests itself as conjugal love. Therefore, I call it Madhurya Ras. It has two further divisions, namely wedded and unwedded love. There is a great increase in the mellow of unwedded conjugal mood. Such love is found nowhere but in Vraj. This mood is unbounded in the damsels of Raj. But among them it finds its perfection in Sri Radha. Her mature love surpasses that of all others. Her love is the cause of Lord Krishna's tasting the sweetness of the conjugal relationship. I think you read a little bit there, Lalita. Oops, what's going on here? Oh. There we go. Interesting. Got a new thing. Okay. Why don't you read a little bit? You want to continue where I left off? Or no, actually, you just choose. Choose wherever you want. What do you want? Okay, you're muted, though.
You also can explain a lot like this.
Yeah.
Where did you leave? Which verse? 40?
46.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to my Guruji Srila Gora Haridas. All glories to you. All glories to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. To Jagannath Babaji. to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, to Lord Nityananda, to Lord Chaitanya, to Radharani, and to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Therefore, I call it Madhurya Rasa. It has two further divisions, namely wedded and unwedded love. There is a great increase. There is a great increase of mellow in the unwedded conjugal mood. Such love is found nowhere, nowhere but in Vraja. Nowhere, nowhere but in Vraja. This mood is unbounded in the temples of Vraja. But among them it finds its perfection. Is Sri Radha. Her pure, her pure, her pure, mature love. Her pure, mature love surpasses that of all others. Her love is the cause. Is the cause of Lord Krishna's tasting the sweetness of the conjugal relationship. Therefore, Lord Gauranga, Lord Gauranga, who is Sri Hari himself, accepted the sentiments of Radha, and thus he fulfilled his own desires. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of the demigods. The goal of the Upanishads to be all and end all of the great sages. The beautiful, the beautiful shelter of his devotee. With the essence of the love of the lotus-eyed gopis. The essence of the love of the lotus-eyed gopis. Will he again be the object of my vision? Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarian balance of the love of one of his multitude of loving angels. Sri Radha. So he has assumed. So he has assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. He has tasted that love while hiding his own, while hiding his own dark complexion with his effulgent, with his effulgent yellow color, the golden of it, the one who brings his gold home for free. May that Lord Chaitanya, that Lord Chaitanya confer upon us his grace. To accepting love is the main reason he appeared and re-established the religious system for this age.
Yeah,
To
see,
accept.
this is the main reason. He came to accept the path of ecstatic love. See, and that's his reason. And so that that's where this is all going is devotees have to accept ecstatic love. If you don't accept this, you don't know why Lord Chaitanya came. Yeah, this is the mercy. I mean, just sit there, read these verses in ecstasy. There's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita that says, when you get control of Krishna, who is very funny. That's really the essence. He's very funny. And then, so anyway, that is the greatest thing. Affection for Krishna is the greatest fortune for any living beings in the world. Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of the demigods. And when I was chanting, I was realizing, God, we're really fortunate, or anyone is fortunate, develops affection for Krishna and Radha and Lord Chaitanya and their devotees, is very fortunate, because that's the only real wealth is that. And so Lord Chaitanya comes to taste that love of Radha. See, the devotee needs to taste this love, this affection. It's the real life, Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just this morning I talked about it, about the same, about how funny the Lord is, about the joy, the laughter, and the laughter, the artificial laughter in the temples, when there was a lecture and then, but it's not our laughter.
No, spontaneous is spontaneous love of God is not contrived, and it's not superimposed material emotions upon. It's a rasa. That's like a rasa basa. No, it's spontaneous. It just comes by the grace of the Lord and His devotees. Yeah, I'm amazed in our sangha. There's so much affection for the Lord. That's means liberated souls. Are here. So,
By his,
yeah.
by his mercy.
Yeah, it's uncommon. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. And to accept ecstatic love, I talked about it as well. That's Krishna consciousness. Being conscious of Krishna, you can only be conscious of Krishna if you accept this ecstatic love.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you don't know that this is the goal, yeah, I read it this morning in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of, is to accept accept ecstatic love. So he did that from his guru. His guru got the mercy of his guru, which was Madhavendra Puri. And so, see, it's transferred like that. And so he accepted his guru's. He said, "Oh, I want to chant like that. I also see that Raganuga. I want to chant like that, like you, in ecstasy and all that." And so that's why it has to be shown at some point. Otherwise, there's no acceptance of the path. You don't see it. So therefore, why would anybody even accept anything they don't see? It doesn't make any sense. So
He
what is
came
being
for
offered?
truth.
Yeah, it's like, and if a devotee comes to give rules and regulations, like Prabhupada gave the rules and regulations, he came in, and so people came and accepted that path, and a lot of them still want to, just continue that. But here, this is the next phase, is to understand the postgraduate Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is to accept the path of ecstatic love like Lord Chaitanya did and make your life perfect. Why not taste what God tastes? It's the greatest thing. That's why he came here, is to give us most fallen beings to be able to taste what he loves, laughing and crying and choking up and relishing mellows, it's the only real thing in this world. Everything else is, insane. They actually get more insane every day. People are really getting nuts. Oh man. They're the world is becoming totally like an insane asylum, and creating like this. They're following liars and lies and all of this, and it's getting ridiculous. I mean, doing nonsense things as make, I mean, it's like mode of ignorance on steroids, more and more. And this is the only real sanity. This is the only, and it's kind of nice in the sense, because this is really the only sane choice. Look at the devotees, Vaishnava. They're all lining up for the shots. The Lord's going to take them out. I mean, there are millions are going to die from that thing. It's just, so I think this is the only thing to accept. Otherwise, you'll be taken out. Yeah. I'm seeing, even Vaishnavas, they're just lining up for this. Okay, go ahead.
He appeared and re-established the religious system for this age. I shall now explain that reason. Everyone, please listen. Having first given hints about the verse, describing the principal reason why the Lord appeared now, I shall manifest its full meaning. The loving affairs. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna. Of the transcendental manifestations of the Lord's eternal pleasure-giving potency.
Yeah, you see, this is why people don't understand. They see you laughing and crying like this, but it's the internal potency doing that. And that's very rare to see in this world. That's why the acharyas were hiding all this stuff, or trying to. But that's what it is. It's a very confidential potency of the Lord. And if it's expressed in this world, people get liberated. If anybody takes the association of liberated souls like that, who are in possession of the personal potency of the Lord, you get liberated just by being in that association. That's why it's so tough. That's the fire is prema. Fire is the prema. You around prema devotees, it burns up your fire, and the pain is all that. It's all the burning up of the crazy conditioning, and and prema is that fire. That's why the acharyas hit it. People aren't ready for that burning up. Just like here, people have tribulations about it. It's like you become like there's like two parts. This emerging part. It's the divine inner conflict. The divine part is emerging because you're around liberated devotees with this fire of prema, and the other part is the old skin, conditioning. So it kind of is like a war, you know. Um, so anyway, the prema wins, but if you stay in the fire and just as much as you can, and eventually wins. But it's the pain.
Like a knife. When you have a knife in your hand and somebody's pulling on it, and you close your hand, you cut your hand all the time. Open it, let go, and you don't feel it anymore. It's the let go.
Yeah. Or the Lord is slicing you down the middle and getting rid of that other part, and then filling it with the whole. Then you become whole. It's that other part, it's like the demons and the demigods. This is the good and the bad, and that is a kind of both of us unreal, and we've identified that with that for eons. So then God comes in, gives his potency, and so all of that gets purified out, and then you just path of prema, just relishing mellows. You get above the mind, and the conditionings and all that, and just live a life of eternal bliss, like Narada Muni. People are becoming like Narada Muni here, man. It's amazing. It's a miracle, actually. I'm astonished.
Yes. From the first moment you get mercy, that's a miracle already.
Yeah. So if you wonder if anybody's having tribulations, hey man, hang in there. It's just part of it. It's coming out. You're getting set free finally. So you might as well struggle. This will be the last life of struggling, but it won't even last a whole life. It's just maybe a year or 2 or 3, usually for most. Yeah. Some are just hold on for years, because that's just everybody must be starting in different stages, from different lifetimes and all that. So, okay, go ahead, continue.
The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. And now, these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
And then we begin to worship like that also. He came to show us where this uniting in one person. So you do the same thing like he did. He was chanting Hare Krishna, and it was awakening ecstatic love. That's Radharani, devotion. And so name is Krishna, and so he started by example to show us how to worship like that, and he gave us the potency. That's the potency you get from the guru. It initiates that ability to worship like that. Otherwise, there's nobody. It's just lies dormant. The fire does not come out. That fire is that attachment. So you can worship. You feel this devotion arising, in your heart, and then Krishna, you can realize Krishna, and you get revelations and realizations, and you know, and so you're worshiping like the Lord did. I mean, that's why he came here, to show us how to worship. Those two identities become manifest in us, Krishna and Radha's devotion. So that's the rasa, and then you get a kind of a distance. You see, like you're here to just, bring them together, like a maidservant. You're chanting to cause Radha. See, Hare Krishna is, you're calling Radha and Krishna to do this dance, and you're a maidservant facilitating all these things. So just in chanting, it's like Vrindavan. It's, you're engaging in your service as a if you're a gopi or a friend, or what, depends on what your ras is. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
They separated themselves eternally. Oh no. Now those two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to I bow down to him who has manifested himself with a sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Radha and Krishna are one and the same. Radha and Krishna are one and the same.
See, this is the Lord just showed me something. This is the Yoga Maya potency. See, because although he is Krishna, that's everybody. In a sense, everybody is Krishna, but they have a different, because the Lord has separated himself eternally into different forms. So in truth, everything is Krishna, everybody is Krishna, but because for pastimes separated everything. See, so have all these different relationships and relatives, mother, father, sons, friends. This is the Yoga Maya. It all comes from Krishna. Krishna is everything in that sense. Even we're considered potencies of Krishna, but also Krishna. It's a very this Yoga Maya has split everything up into relationships. In Maha Maya, it's a kind of a similar thing, although it's all bodily, material bodily. So the relationships are here all split up also, but it's all bodily stuff. It keeps you in a bodily conception. But we are spiritually, we need our spiritual bodily conception revived. See, that's the Yoga Maya. Eh? And this is what's hard for devotees to. They look at you and they think, well, what is this? This is kind of crazy. No, it's not. No, it's just, this is the conception of the spiritual body in relationship with God. And this is Yoga Maya. This is transcendental knowledge. Okay? And this gets activated here, and this is the Lord came here to accept the ecstatic potency, which is this Yoga Maya attachment of our soul to God, and so that we can get into this lifestyle, and it's a liberated one. Even here, people are becoming like as good as the demigods and more. The demigods, if they don't have attachment to Lord Chaitanya or Radha and Krishna, then you're better off like this, as a human being. This is. I think that's why they say the demigods want to come here and take birth so that they could become devotees by associating with devotees here. And they're not too overwhelmed with the false ego stuff of this excessive enjoyment up there. It must be like unbelievable, the amount of distractions, Okay, go ahead.
Radha and Krishna are one and the same. But they have assumed two bodies. Does they enjoy each other? Tasting the mellows of love. To enjoy Rasa, they have appeared in one body as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, I shall first delineate the position of Radha and Krishna. From that, the glory of Lord Chaitanya will be known. Yeah, Srimati Radhika is a transformation. It's a transformation of Krishna's love. She is his internal energy, called Haladini.
Yeah, without that, we don't have any relationship with Krishna. You know, you have to have that Ladini Shakti awakened in your heart. Otherwise, we have no connection. It's the affection for that Lord, that transcendent Lord, and it shows up in the form of the mantras: affection for His pastimes, affection for His name. Without that, we have no bond, and that's why Vaidhi is not enough just to materially worship the Lord with material sentiment. Ultimately, you have to get attached. And you get attached simply by, if you come and see a Sangha devotees worshiping like this, and you think, boy, I would like that kind of a deep kind of worship also. And then you come and associate, and then you can get it. Otherwise not. Or you'll just stay in the awe and reverence and distant. It's just like the verse in this chapter, when the affection of a gopi, even in a sulky mood, even when they're sulking, it's Krishna. It steals Krishna's mind away from the reverent hymns of the Vedas. Reverent hymns means there's a reverential devotee there speaking those hymns. But a devotee who's sulking because in separation from Krishna, or being mad at Krishna or something, it's even more attractive than this, So yeah. So those who, if anybody wants it, you just have to associate with devotees, prema devotees, who have this Ladini Shakti awakened in their heart. Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of people, they just don't understand it, and it's understandable they don't. It's so deep, and that's part of our work here, is explaining these, showing these things, and explaining these things logically and with discrimination, where you could see, wow, this makes sense. This is an intelligent thing to do. This makes more sense to go this way than to go any other way. Why not? If God does it, why wouldn't we? If we can have these things explained to us and shown to us that it's the ultimate end all and be all, then people will feel more comfortable and trust what's going on here. But it's so deep and it's so rare. It's that the Lord hardly ever shows Himself to this extent on this planet. People have a very difficult time comprehending it. Demigods have a hard time comprehending it. And even in liberated souls in the other dhams have a hard time comprehending it. That's why I'm astounded that we're comprehending it, and people are coming and comprehend. But the Lord is empowering us. See, this is the thing. We got the order. That's why not even in the dreams can these gurus teach this. They cannot help the devotees go through the transformational process. They haven't gone through it themselves. That's why everything stays like it is. And they just have this false prestige. You're so glorious, but they're not really glorious. Glorious is liberating people. Taking a soul from a conditioned state and liberating them. Now that's glorious, not some big show. Oh, it's so glorious. Yeah. Have you liberated any disciples? Has the Lord's glory come through you in that way?
We don't have a material language to explain the ecstatic language to neophytes. That's the problem. We don't have enough material language to explain it.
Well, no, the thing is, you have to experience that. So people can, if they have it explained to them, so they're comfortable with it. Otherwise, they run away or they misunderstand and they think it's illusion. And so the explanation gets people comfortable to stay in the fire, because you just by associating with devotees and hearing from them, the process, you spontaneously evolve. But some people, if you're not understanding properly, that's the idea. It's by the words. You got to hear these things explained by the word of the spiritual masters and the devotees. See, all ignorance is destroyed. Ignorance is to see darkness as light, to see ignorance as truth. See, so the word breaks down that thing. So the word and the ecstasy. So you got to have a little bit of both. That's why the books are written, so that you can study. And we could study them and talk about them, discuss, the Nectar Devotion, which describes all these ecstatic states. And so if you see them, then, you be less prone to be adverse. You think, oh, okay, this is okay. And people just need to be comfortable. It's like transcendental predictive programming. This is what they do in the Maya now. They show you what they want to have, so that you're more comfortable with it when it comes about. See, they do this. Maya does this. So why shouldn't Krishna do this we're doing predictive programming also, by telling people, well, this is the way it is, and showing people this is the way you could be. This is the way liberated souls are. Narada Muni is like this. Why do you think Narada Muni does? He could show himself here anytime, but people would they'd be crazy. They go, what's going on? What's on that? See? So he teaches bhakti according to time, place, and circumstance. So this is our work here. I mean, this is a very specialized field, niche, very uncommon. So this is the thing you got to understand. And people say, oh, this is abnormal. Yeah, it's not normally taught in this world. Very rare. Very rare. Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Hladini energy gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees. It's by his pleasure, actually, that he nourishes us when you are going in this communion with him.
Uh-huh.
Lord Krishna's body is eternal, said, full of knowledge, chit, and full of bliss, Ananda.
See, knowledge and bliss. So both are there. So you need the transcendental knowledge, and that comes from the bliss. You realize, like, you're accumulating knowledge by this ecstatic worship. Okay, it matures more and more and more, and then you can explain because of the Lord showing you so many things. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
His one spiritual energy manifests three forms. Hladini is his aspect of bliss. Sandini of eternal existence, and Samvit of cognizance, which is also accepted as knowledge. O Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes, Hladini, Sandhini, and Samvit, exist in you as one spiritual energy.
Yeah, that's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit thing that the Christians talk about. Same thing. And this existence potency is interesting too. Eternal existence is the sun. What is it, Sundini or something? What did he say?
Sandhini and Samvit, uh, I think Sandhini,
Yeah,
let me.
Sundini. Yeah. Sundini, I think, is eternal existence. And so,
Ladini is,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
eternal existence.
yeah. So, eternal existence is by worshiping like this. See, your eternal life is revived in this ecstatic worship, and that's the basis for eternal existence, is this worship. If you don't have it, you're not eternally existing. You're still, and you're still in this um, conditioned state, and you'll take birth again, even as a demigod. Demigods got to come back here after they use up all their pious deeds, and they come back. Okay? So this here destroys piety and impiety, that path, the propensity, see, the desire to follow the pious path and get the results of the pious path, which is heaven. Your life becomes heavenly, see, or the impious, and you just do impious things and you go down into darker regions. Okay, so that's not eternal existence. Eternal existence is love of God, worshiping the Lord in ecstatic love. See, and realizing the essence of truth, not ignorance. Ignorance is everything in this world. Okay, so yeah, so this is the life. When Jesus said, "I have life, I can give it to you abundantly," is basically the life of worship, man, in ecstasy, ecstatic worship. That's eternal life. Although it's, you'll see, it's always going on, just ever fresh and deep. It's your lifestyle that it becomes your life and soul. This kind of worship, you know. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Um,
Mm.
long purpose. Oh Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes, Ladini, Sandini, and Samvit, exist in you as one spiritual energy. But the material modes which cause happiness, misery, and mixtures of the two, they don't exist in you, for you have no material qualities. The
Yeah,
essential
see,
portion.
that's the conditioning. This happiness and distress thing. You know, and yeah, and so this gets pushed out of us in this worship. It gets transformed into more and more like this. I mean, who needs that? You want to? That's called moody. You become moody, happy, and distressed. Oh, I'm so happy today. Oh, I'm miserable. See, moods. See, because of emotions, material emotional attachment to material things causes this happiness and distress. Happiness and stress, material. See, and so that's why ultimately you don't. I mean, I don't. You don't want to associate intimately with people that are moody in the material modes. It's miserable. You know, it's a miserable feeling, to be too close to people. I mean, that's we always respectful distance from people that are not purified on that level. That's why devotees, they like to be with devotees who are liberated souls, because it's great happiness there. They're happy, they stay happy. They stay blissful. Yeah. So it's way to go. Yeah. Even that, and Vites too. That's the thing. Vites, they don't have disabilities. They get a little bit of happiness, but they also don't. So you don't want to. Anyway, I don't. Yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead. I don't want to get into this too much.
The essential portion of the Sandhini potency is Suddha Tattva. Lord Krishna's existence rests upon it. Krishna's mother.
The Shuddha Sattva, the personal potency of the Lord. That's what's going on here. It's spiritual. Our existence depends. So Lord Krishna's existence, but also we become like this. Our existence, our life and soul becomes affection for the Lord. Without that, we're finished. You just dry up like a prune. There's otherwise there's no life in this world. This life of the modes is dead. It's not alive at all. It just causes happiness and distress, and usually a lot of distress ends up being more distress than the happiness. So limited. This is why now this is the only this is Lord Chaitanya taught that. He says the only thing really being offered in Kali Yuga is this bhakti. This bhakti. Yeah. If you don't take this or accept this, you'll be taken out. I mean, that proof of it are these gurus taking the shot. They're just taken out, man. This is part of the genocide program, the quick one. This is the fast one, So that means that because they're not accepting the path of ecstatic devotion, because this gives us the understanding to even understand Maya Tattva. That shows you they don't understand Maya Tattva when it's practically in force. They don't know what is darkness and light. They're believing that. They're believing the darkness that is being passed off as truth. The lies being passed. What is the see? It's not strong enough, this Vaidhi thing at this time. Yeah, that's why Lord Chaitanya came. He wanted everybody to accept the path of ecstatic love and be liberated. Otherwise, you're part of that Kali Yuga thing, part of Kali Yuga is this, chopping block, basically. Yeah.
Krishna's mother, father, abode, house, bedding, seeds, and so on are all transformations of Suddha Tattva.
Shuddha Sattva?
Suddha Sattva, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The condition of pure goodness, Suddha Sattva, is which the Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed without any covering, is called Vasudeva. In that pure state, the Supreme Godhead, who is beyond the material senses and who is known as Vasudeva, is perceived by my mind. The essence of the Samvit potency is knowledge. Knowledge that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. All other kinds of knowledge, such as the knowledge of Brahman, are its components. The essence of the Vladini potency of love of God, the essence of love of God is emotion, bhava, and the ultimate development of the emotion is Mahabhava. Sri Radha Thakurani is the embodiment of Mahabhava. She is the repository of all good qualities and the crest jewel among all the lovely consorts of Sri Krishna. Of these two gopis, Radharani and Chandravali, Srimati Radharani is superior in all respects. she, she is the embodiment of Mahabhava, and she surpasses all the good qualities. Her mind, her senses, and her body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy, and she helps him. She helps him in his pastimes. I worship Govind, the brave love who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Heladini. Their companions are her confidants, who embody extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. Now, please listen to how Sri Krishna consorts help him taste rasa and how they help his pastimes. The beloved consorts of Krishna, of Lord Krishna, are the three kinds: the goddesses of fortune, the queens, and the milkmaids of Raja, who are the foremost of all. These consorts all proceed from Radhika. Just as the fountainhead, Lord Krishna, is the cause of all incarnations, so Sri Radha is the cause of all these consorts. The goddesses of fortune are partial manifestations of Srimati Radharani, and the queens are reflections of her image. The goddesses of fortune are her plenary portions, and they display the forms of Vaibhava Vilasa. The queens are of the nature of her Vaibhava Prakasa. The Vraja Devis have diverse bodily features. They are her expansions and are the instruments for expanding rasa. Without many concerts, there is not such exaltation in rasa. Therefore, there are many manifestations of Srimati Radharani to assist in the Lord's pastimes. Among them are various groups of consorts in Vraja who have varieties of sentiments and mellows. They help Lord Krishna taste all the sweetness of the Radha dance and other pastimes. Radha is the one. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda.
Yeah. And so now practically, like here we have a developing sangha. As the devotees get into their eternal forms, by worshiping like this and become ecstatic, then you'll see the pastimes like that again, very similar. I mean, you see the devotees, they're already coming out and being themselves, they're actually ecstatic expressions. They're devotional expressions like this. It becomes very colorful. And that's the real preaching. That's what Lord Chaitanya did to preach this. People started to see the devotees had their transcendental natures manifesting, transcendental qualities. And that becomes more and more attractive. And then you kind of get drawn into the pastimes like that. So that's developing here. Devotees are developing, they're getting purified and developing nice relations with each other and transcendental. It's this not mundane going on here. That's why the mundane part is a discordant chord, and that's what gets purified. This is like a training ground. This is a purifying place, getting us more ready. And once we become very like fixed and ecstatic, then more steady in devotion. And even if you pass from the body, then you're drawn into association with devotees again, and you go, purify more, but you'll be with devotees and not with mundane persons. See, the whole thing, we need to get to the point of ecstasy, and that's the safe, Prabhupada called it the safe position, Majjamadikari, have our actual love of God awakened, even though it may not be so steady, still it's awakened. And you know what is real, and then so it'll just continue.
Yeah, it's a goal of life.
Yeah, people have to see, otherwise these pastimes are like theoretical and in a book. You have to see living devotees in their divine transcendental relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, what I've seen, in Vaishnavism, there's all in the book, in their, this reading and speculating on these things, and nobody really knows anything. To me, this is the most real thing I've ever seen in Vaishnavism. Really, to be honest with you, this is very substantial, real, not just all intellectually about these high pastimes, and you never see it in the relationships. Everybody's just following Vaidhi Bhakti, trying to attain Krishna and all that. And sometimes people, because it's so hard to attain, except through, the empowered devotees, to spread it, they just go off into this intellectual realm of Radhe this and just discussing that. You have to start seeing, being able to discuss these things and show these things in the relationships. Then they become real. Then you feel like, yeah, I'm in the pastimes, man. Yeah, there's separation, there's union, there's all these things. Yeah, go ahead.
Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda, and she is also the enchantress of Govinda. She is the be-all and end-all of Govinda, and the crest jewel of all his consorts. The transcendental goddess. You wanted to say something, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah, I was getting there.
Yeah, but I don't see your face while I'm reading. That's why. So I heard something.
No. Actually, it's just, it's like all the consorts come from Radharani. All the consorts come from her. And her job is to give pleasure to Govinda. And because we're connected through that Ladini Shakti, that's how that love gives pleasure to the Lord. And that's love is the wealth of a devotee. Without that affectionate devotional love, the devotees it doesn't feel like they have nothing to really offer Krishna. It's like it's not enough just to external, just name only do stuff. Without that bhakti, once that's there, that's your real offering. See, that is what the Krishna really wants. That's why he came here, is to awaken that and that dormant love, that dormant feeling for God. See, so it it all comes from Radharani. See, that's why the Lord came in that mood of Radharani. See, to awaken, to start the line like this. So that's why I always say this love is so high that unless it's being given, the devotees have to be sent to start it. They have to have this already from a previous lifetime, and then it awakens very fast. And then if the Lord says, okay, bring it out, You get it that way. And then from that devotee, many can also get theirs awakened. See, and then spread it out. See, so that's why Jesus, you notice, Jesus was sent to start this Holy Spirit thing. It couldn't just be developed from the Pharisees. They're just too entrenched in speculations and impurities. And the same thing in Vaishnavism. A devotee usually has to be sent, especially in this Kali Yuga, because this love is so rare. I mean, I was looking all over the place for it. I couldn't find it. All these talkers about it, and a lot of false ego and big sticks walking around. I think everybody like thinking pride is this pure bhakti, you know. And it's kind of crazy in Vaishnavism. I thought, boy, where is this stuff? You know, everybody is speculating still, and there's no symptoms of this pure ecstatic love, you know. And other than it was, you know, in this fool here, you know, and so that's why it has to start somewhere. And so usually devotees are sent that are to initiate this. And now, look, now everybody's popping now. I mean, Prabhupada, I know, is very happy with this. This is his dream. This is Bhakti Vinod's dream. Bhakti Siddhanta, to actually get people awakened. You know, what they were dealing with was all this name. Their leaders, all name and fame and wanting things. Prabhupada is the only real, I can't say only, but he was one of the few that had a pure heart, you know, purified heart. You know, so now it's really being initiated to this level. This is really nice. It's very amazing, actually.
Yes. There are no words for it.
Yeah.
The transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani is a direct counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna. She is the central figure of all the goddesses of fortune. She possesses all the attractiveness to attract the all-attractive personality of Godhead. She is the primal, internal potency of the Lord. Devi means resplendent and most beautiful. Or else it means the lovely abode of the worship and loved sports of Lord Krishna. Krishna Mayi means one who within and without, or Lord Krishna. She sees Krishna wherever she casts her glance. Or she is identical with Lord Krishna, for she embodies the mellows of love, the energy of Lord Krishna is identical with him. Her worship, Aradhana, consists of fulfilling the desires of Lord Krishna. Therefore, the Puranas call her Radhika. I love that name.
See, you know, the Vaishnavas need to become like Lord Krishna in this way. He saw this bhakti, this devotion in Radharani, and he thought, boy, I want to worship like that. So he came as Lord Chaitanya with that bhakti. So you got to do that here. See, that's accepting the path of ecstatic love. You got to see it on Lalita Ganga. You got to see that kind of worship. you know, and so the Lord is empowering her with this. You got to look at that and say, wow, I want to worship like that. And the Lord will make you like that. Okay. That's
They
simple.
throw me tomatoes.
Yeah. If you look at that and say, blah, 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 throw some tomatoes at, come on, man, get with the program, what do you, don't you know what the purpose of Krishna consciousness is for ultimately this. you know, you see this kind of bhakti, somebody getting the mercy like this, and you think, oh Lord, man, let me be like that also. It's like the Lord Krishna was thinking, yeah, I want to worship like that. Boy, what is she relishing? I don't relish this. I want to relish even like her. And so he came in that mood. See? So you got to be, in a sense, like he took birth as Lord Chaitanya in that mood. Well, you also have to take your second birth like that, and that means you have to get this through association with these kind of devotees, get their mercy by being in association, and go through the purification. Of course, man. How can this conditioning? Why would you want to keep it around? Let it, just go through the fire and then worship like this. See, so, yeah.
First, they need to be baptized.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
that's what they don't know, that they need to be baptized.
Yes. Well, just have Lalita Ganga throw the fire of prema on you. That'll be your baptism. Like she did. There you go. take the baptism, man. These are the last days.
Truly, the personality of Godhead has been worshipped by her. Therefore, Lord Govinda, being pleased, has brought her to a lonely spot. Leaving us all behind. Therefore, Radha is Parama Devata, the supreme goddess, and she is worshipable for everyone. She is the protectress of all. And she's the mother
Yeah,
of
and
the
you see,
entire universe.
she's the worshiper of all, to be worshipped by all, and that's when you see this is this is a science when Krishna says, yeah, my devotees are worshipable even by me. See, because if you have that transcendental potency, that's worshipable. That means Radha and is living inside you. Okay, devotion is living in, so that's worshipable. Yeah, even Nityananda worships devotees. It just Krishna worships his devotees because it's his transcendental potency is worshipable, and he gives that to his his real devotees. If that's not awakened, you're not worshipable. That's why I say I just laugh at these persons. If you don't have this and you're a spiritual master and people are worshiping you, you're not really worshipable yet. Does that make sense to anybody? It does to me. This is the real teaching. This is, Daksha, well, this pastime with Shiva versus Daksha. Daksha was being worshipped by all these demigods, but he still had false ego. He did not have the personal potency of the Lord, didn't have this Ladini Shakti in him awakened. And all these millions of demigods, this is the same position. This is the real Bhagavatam, and this is the real situation now. So see, Bhagavatam points it all out. Okay? So everybody's they're demigods, right? In the mode of goodness, even, and they didn't know what Shuddha Bhakti was, and it was sit there in personified form in Lord Shiva. See, and they didn't stand up for Shiva, so Shiva didn't. I thought I had
Coronavirus.
yeah. Shoo. So Daksha was being worshipped by all these millions of demigods. See, this is how it's not easy to see what is the spiritual potency, you know. Uh, and that's what's here in this sangha, man. This is why people have a hard time recognizing it. So everybody's millions of demigods giving respect to Daksha who still had false ego. It's just like these many of these sannyasis and gurus, even they still got false ego. They're not finished. They're not purified yet. And people, oh yeah, you see, they're worshiping them. But in truth, they're not really worshipable. What's worshipable in truth, the ultimate truth, is Shuddha Bhakti and Shuddha Bhaktas. See? So Shiva taught him a lesson. So everybody stood up for Daksha. And they thought he's the greatest one in the assembly. The greatest one was Shiva. So Shiva just didn't stand up for him. And Daksha went nuts. What? How dare you? See, false ego. See? This is the illusion. And that's where he started to get purified, because he started to learn the truth, But there was a bit of a war and fighting, because the modes are competitive. Shiva was Shuddha Bhakta, and the Daksha was in mode of goodness. So there's a little bit of a war, or a big one, actually. But Shuddha Bhakti ultimately wins. See, same thing here. There's a competition of the modes. See, Shuddha Bhakti is in our Sangha. Shuddha Bhakti isn't, I haven't seen it anywhere, really. And it competes. People, that's why they say, what was it, Shamagori, say, oh, these people, these devotees, they're just criticizing you. Yeah, it's a competition. They want to pull this down. They can't pull it down anymore. I've already done all that stuff. I already confronted the biggest gurus on the planet that I ascertained their positions. I already, know what they're teaching and all that. And so, doesn't fly anymore. That's why we can preach like this, strong, solid. Shuddha Bhakti is here, man. And anywhere else, prove it. Prove it. Otherwise, I ain't it. What is this? Why would we want to bother with things that are unproven? This is a science, isn't it? This is a science of Krishna consciousness. Scientific process. If Shuddha Bhakti is here, people will be liberated. If Shuddha Bhakti is not somewhere else, or it's unclear, people will remain doubtful too. Or that's not being taught. You just got, all these just a bunch of rules, regulation, all that. I'm not interested. We're here to save souls. Show people clearly, hey man, Shuddha Bhakti is here. This is how it is. This is in the book. This is in the experience of devotees. Hey, why not come and be liberated? There's no time to waste now. The fire is lit out there. And if you don't get this, you'll be taken out with these gurus. Look at them going out, lining up for the shot, and trying to get their own disciples. Why would they do it publicly? They want all their disciples to go out with them. That basically, I'll just tell you the truth, and people won't like it. There's not much different than those guys that, these Christian, these cult leaders, they went out and they give people the Kool-Aid to suicide.
What's that? Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. You're going out there giving your disciples the Kool-Aid because you're going out because you're a stupid idiot and you're not protected by the Lord, and you won't come to real devotees. I mean, we're preaching publicly. We're all over Facebook for years, and they're still not coming. The Lord's taking them out. See, you're following your gurus who are giving you the Kool-Aid, man, and poison Kool-Aid. And that's that injection there. So you're going to be taken out quick first. I don't see any difference in that. It's the same kind of idea. It's just subtle. It's covert. That was overt. This is covert. See, they're tricking everybody into this stuff. You wouldn't believe how they're hiding all the facts about this. It's amazing how they do that. It shows you the Lord's Maya is strong, but he's not hiding it from me. He's not hiding it from a lot of people that, the Lord is protecting, you know. But those who are, he's not really protecting, even physically taking them out. That's why, hey man, if you don't take shelter of Shuddha Bhakti when it's available, well, what can the Lord do? Are we not preaching vigorously enough? My God, all over Facebook every day, many times, all 24 hours a day. There's no excuse really not to take this unless you're just pretty much more or less useless. Yeah. I mean, what good is it to distribute Prabhupada's books if it doesn't come up to this platform? What, just to speculate? All it'll be doing is speculating and changing the books, and it'll end up being gone. See, this is the only real hope for the Krishna conscious movement and for any of these big sanghas. Otherwise, how are, Prabhupada's books will just change and people won't understand them. I mean, you have to have this bhakti potency that Prabhupada had to understand these books. Okay? And so if this is where it's at, this is where people are starting to understand Prabhupada's books and Bhakti Vinod's and the Goswami books. Yeah, all of that's here. Okay, go ahead.
Radha is Paramabdevata, the supreme goddess, and she is worshipable for everyone. She is the protectress of all,
You
and
see,
she is
that's why even the guru, you notice he protects only because of this Ladini Shakti. Without it, there's no protection. She's the protectress of all, and that's if you're in the real line, you have a devotee who has that Ladini Shakti in their heart, and that protects them and it protects their disciples. Otherwise, there's no protection. Look, that's why I keep thank you very much, gurus and sannyasis, for being the example. And Dalai Lama, you're lining up. You're not protected. You don't have the Ladini Shakti, even bodily. You're not being protected. You don't know Maya Tattva. If you did, practically the Lord would show you. Maya Tattva is not just look at it in a book and not see it in life. Maya Tattva is you look in life. You look in the book and you see it in life. You see, oh, look at this. They're accepting darkness as light. They're accepting lies as truth. This is Maya. This is the illusory energy of Krishna. Okay? So that's proof, you're under the Ladini Shakti. The Lord shows you that. Otherwise, you won't know. Okay? So everything's being tested now. Devotees testing. Now, you don't come where the Ladini Shakti is, you won't be protected. She's the protectress of all the devotees. See, they're under that shelter, that's Ladini Shakti, and the headed by the bona fide guru in this world and the real devotees. That's where the shelter is, and nowhere else, man. We're at that kind of time where it really becomes obvious and apparent. Everything, like this tribulation they talk, means everything becomes revealed. This bhakti becomes revealed. That's the important thing. See? And everything, and it's also important to know where the lies are and the cheating is. So those who begin to recognize that and recognize this, there you go. So it's kind of like the Lord is kind of giving a little push so that people can kind of get off their butts and go into the kingdom of God. Otherwise, you'll just be wiped out. Here's an opportunity. We're preaching now. You can go into the kingdom of God so easily. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I have already explained the meaning of Sarva Lakshmi. Radha is the original source of all the goddesses of fortune. Or Sarva Lakshmi indicates
She's the original source of all the devotees, like the girlfriends in the conjugal. She's the source. And just like Nityananda's like the source for all the friendships and servants mood. See? They're both like second expansions of the Lord, you know. One is his most confidential, the Ladini for the conjugal mellow, you know. Usually the Gaudiya the Gaudiya Sampradaya is more the conjugal, you know, most of the girlfriends. Gopi types. That's what we got mostly. It looks like awakening here. But anything can have, you know, you could be cowherd friends, whatever the Lord, he came to awaken the four rasas. So everybody has their eternal. They could be handled here. Any ras, you come here, you know, just it'll awaken and you'll love it. You know, you're like, yeah, this is what I am, man. Kind of like that. You ever see that Tinkerbell movie, you know, where the fairies they come and they figure out who they are? No, I never saw that. Yeah, it's a fairy tale, but it's a kind of how it is, where they just come to discover their talent and what they are, you know, their nature. See, and Tinkerbell was always fighting her nature. See, I wanted to always be something else, so that was part of the story.
I never saw movies.
Yeah, you're probably lucky. Yeah.
You know, the pillow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she is the supreme energy of Lord Krishna. The word Sarvakanti indicates that all beauty and luster rests in her body. All the Lakshmis derive their beauty from her.
Mm-hmm.
Kanti also mean all the desires of Lord Krishna. All the desires of Lord Krishna. All the desires of Lord Krishna rest in Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani fulfills all the desires of Lord Krishna. This is the meaning of Sarvakanti. Lord Krishna enchants the world, but Sri Radha enchants even him. Therefore, she is the supreme goddess of all. Sri Radha is the full power, and Lord Krishna is the possessor of full power. The two are not different, as evidenced by the revealed scriptures. They are indeed the same, just as musk and incense are inseparable, or as fire and its heat are non-different. Need to go to another page.
Yeah, that stuff is really deep, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to speak about it, but it's so deep that it's just can't do it yet. It's really amazing stuff. I just that's why I love the scriptures. They're so real, so true, you know, so deep, so mystical. You know, how this potency is working between Radha and Krishna and our how we fit into this program. It's very amazing. Yeah. Let's chant a little bit here for a little bit. And I'll be right back. I just got to go to the bathroom here.
Yeah, okay. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama
Okay, I'm going to take you down for a little bit here.
Rama
Let's see where it goes here. I'm going to see. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to end. I'm not sure, but let's see. I'll take you down for a little bit, and then I can. Thank you, there, Lolita. That was fantastic, man.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much. Just take me down.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Wow, is she ecstatic, man? That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I might be going off here. I don't know. I got up really too early today, but let's see. Let's see if there's anything left here. Oh, here we go. Let's see what time it is. It's 3:54. 4 o'clock only. Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Let's just chant a little bit, and I might go off here, maybe. Then Lolita or somebody can go on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Oops Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so I'm going to go off for a while and catch some Z's. I got up a bit early today and did an early class. So if anybody's missed anything, you can go back and watch the replay. So thank you very much. Thanks, Leroy and Janaki and Aman for coming. Let's read some things here. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So Freddie says, why does Shastra Brahma and Shiva cannot understand Krishna? Well, they understand something. I mean, they're devotees. Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva, he has a gopi body actually, and so yeah, so yeah. Brahma, yeah, they drink the pastimes, from the devotees. I mean, he's a devotee also. He's a Haridas Thakur. So they understand Krishna. Why would they come and participate in his pastimes? You know, Lord Mahavishnu or Lord Shiva came as Advaitacharya, kind of a mixture between Mahavishnu and Shiva. That's what they say. Anyway, they understand something. We're, even Krishna doesn't understand himself fully. He's always learning more. Okay. Hare Krishna, I'll take a little nap here and let's see, what somebody else I want to read something else here. Boy, a lot of comments here today. Okay. Oops. Oops. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay. Good night, everybody. I'll be back a little bit later. We'll end the broadcast here. Ah.